Oh, it's actually Carlos. Generic intro and the Doc Goes Moo here, back with another episode of Welcome to Night Vale. Today we're doing 16, the phone call. You want to check out my reaction to the last one, which was a 15 street cleaning day, which is a lot more terrifying than it actually sounds. I'll leave my reaction to that right up there. Also link down below in the description. Also in a place on my channel with all my other Night Vale reactions going in chronological order. I hope you're having a wonderful day and hope I can make it just a tiny little bit better. I do read our comments, so leave some down below. And also if you could share the videos with anybody that also cares about Night Vale, I would really appreciate that, because I'm trying to get this series to continue and take off, because I would love to continue this series and upload it every single week or maybe twice a week in the future. But like I said, I do read every single one of your comments, and shout out to the patrons because they get the videos a day early and allow me to do series like this that I'm trying to have take off, that I can continue, because it's 245 videos, which is absolutely insane. It would take so many years to get through this, but I enjoy it. It's definitely spooky and creepy and interesting, and hearing Cecil's voice, and the community is so wholesome and awesome, and I just love being a part of it, and I just wish I could watch more of these and doing them more often. But like I said, shout out to the patrons. I couldn't do it if it was not for them. And like I said, I do get our comments whether you're a patron. I hope you're subscribed. We just hit 87,000 subscribers, which is a lot, a big number, and I'm trying to hit 100,000 before my birthday in July, so hopefully we can do that. Need all the help we can get. But let's go ahead and jump into the phone call, because I wonder who is calling. All right.
Hey, if you go to commonplacebooks.com, you can buy a Welcome to Night Vale t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
It'll help support this
Radio
show that you
Dano,
like.
didn't you
and
send
also,
me
you'll get a cool t-shirt.
the link to it?
commonplacebooks.com. Thanks.
Your
it sounded threatening.
existence is not impossible.
Okay.
But it's also not very likely.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Night Vale.
And this is also the weather, of course, is going to be down here, where it has the time in my video. The big number is time in my video. The small number is the time in the actual episode, which is linked down below in the description as well, if you wanted to, because the weather is usually muted. So, yeah. Welcome to Night Vale. This is going to be about the phone call. I wonder who's calling.
In light of the ever-declining sales of newspapers and the rise of competition from digital media,
For
the
what?
Night Vale Daily Journal announced that it has
Weren't they in
developed
trouble?
a new business model. Publishing editor Leanne Hart, speaking to television and internet reporters outside the burned-down shell of the journal's former distribution plant, said their new
They have their
mission
own?
as a newspaper is to kill news bloggers with hatchets. In this bold new initiative,
Okay.
a game-changing strategy by one of the industry's
Game-changing?
stalwarts,
Yeah, that's
the Daily
game-changing.
Journal plans to just go to bloggers' homes and places of employment with hatchets and then chop them up. The bloggers. Until they, the bloggers,
Stop.
are dead.
Oh.
She added that the journal still plans to use the AP style guide, and they are working to design a newer, more modern-looking masthead. Several journal reporters and ad reps then began swinging blades at the non-print reporters.
Non-print reporter. Okay, so basically if they're there and they're
Sheriff's
not,
Secret
don't work for a
Police
magazine
is
or a
issuing
newspaper, I
an
guess.
urgent message to all citizens. Attention, all citizens. Memorize this list.
Of what?
Memorize it now.
What is it? What
It
is the
will
list?
not now nor ever be repeated. Memorize this list for your
What
safety
is the list?
and protection.
Give me the list.
We cannot tell you when or where you will need to know it, but when you do,
You'll know.
you will be safe. Here is the list. Memorize. Now. Hazelnut. Mystify. Cuttlefish. Lark. Lurk. Robert. Anglican. Pheromone, halter top, marmalade, hardware.
I'm
laser,
catching that L.
Pepper, release, kneecap, falafel, period, chase, chaste, leggings,
Chase,
wool,
chase.
sweater, heartbeat, heartbeat, heart, beat, heart, beat,
Okay.
Beat.
Is there a space?
beat, beat, beat. Memorize that list,
Nope.
citizens.
Nope. Good
in
thing I'm not a
order.
citizen. Nope.
Secret police warn that if you miss even one word or transpose a couple of words like lurk and lark, there could be unpleasant consequences.
Could be? Sounds like they're
This
guaranteed.
has been a special announcement from the sheriff's secret police.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners, Guess who called me this weekend?
I don't.
Well, hey.
Is it Carlos? Is it Carlos? It's Carlos. It's Carlos. It has to be Carlos.
This is your community news station, not Cecil's personal life station, right?
I would listen to that.
Okay, fine.
It's Carlos.
I'll just say it.
It's Carlos.
Carlos, the dark,
The voice acting is
delicate-skinned
crazy.
scientist who came into our little town and our littler hearts several months ago. Well, I gave him my home phone number.
Who has a
quite
home
while
phone
back,
still?
and he never called.
Oh.
And I didn't think anything of it, right? I mean, sometimes people just don't call, and that's okay. Well, to the point. Carlos calls, and I'm like, hello? Like, I don't even have caller ID, and he's like, I need to talk to you.
About what?
This is important.
Oh, that's all. Whoa.
And I'm like,
Of course it's important.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty forward, right, listeners? But I can't tell exactly what he wants yet.
I don't. What does he want?
And he said, Cecil. Just the sound of his caramel voice. Cecil. He says, Cecil, I think time is slowing down in Night Vale.
Is that
And then I said,
real? How would you
after a
know?
slow sip of Armagnac.
Slow.
Oh.
What's Armagnac?
And Perfect Carlos said, last week, 7 days, 24 hours each day,
Yeah.
60 minutes in each hour.
Yeah.
That's 10,080 minutes in a week, right? Uh-huh. Go on, I said, trying to
Why
sound
did Carlos
like
call
someone
him?
with a normal pulse whose palms were not sweating.
Knees weak, arms
Well,
are heavy.
I ran
Vomit
some
on a
figures,
sweater already.
and during
Mom
that
spaghetti.
same amount of time in Night Vale, 11,783 minutes elapsed everywhere else in the world. That's more than a full day longer. I don't know
Oh.
what's happening.
So time
So
is
that's
slowing
what
down in
Carlos
Night Vale.
said. Listeners, what do you think? I feel like time always slows down when we're together,
Oh.
Carlos and I. Is that what he's trying to say? I feel that way too. But I didn't say that. I just said, oh, this is bad. I just said, neat. Ugh, how embarrassing. I mean,
Neat. He said neat.
Carlos is so smart, and he says so many smart things. And I'm not dumb. I like science and municipally approved books just as much as the next guy, so I can't believe that's all I could say to him. Neat. But
I'm
I
having
did
fun with
manage
it.
to ask if he wanted to get together sometime.
Oh,
and
ask him on a
talk
second
some
date.
more
Cool.
About this really fascinating subject. He said no.
No, why
But
not?
he needed me to help get the word out and see if anyone has noticed a massive time shift.
How would you
So,
notice a time
that's what
shift?
I'm doing now. Anything for the scientific community. I'm very into science these days.
The chair can go back further.
Can you believe he called me? Update on the impending
Okay.
invasion from the underground
When you're on the
city.
phone and you just start doing random
The
things.
sheriff's secret
you know,
police
like
has
sweeping the roof.
reviewed Teddy Williams' grainy security footage from the Desert Flower Bowling Alley and Arcade Fun Complex. And they say that the nearly indiscernible gray blotch making a slight movement near the cheese dispenser definitely proves that a lost city is moving toward war.
How is
with
a city
Night Vale.
moving? Is it the population of the city?
A
Is that how that works? Or is
balaclava-clad man wearing a
There we go with the
mitre,
balaclava
cloak,
again.
and a giant silver star, and speaking through a vocoder, you know, the man we all believe to be the sheriff of Night Vale, announced this morning that all citizens should prepare their town for war. This
What?
includes fortifying porches with sandbags, training children to detect landmines, and not taking off our gas masks for meals, even though it is considered polite. We
Okay.
talked with Teddy himself. He told us that during last night's league bowling tournament,
you're still having
malfunctioned
tournaments
and would
and people
not
there.
stop playing Mr. Brownstone.
I don't know what that is.
Teddy says this could be a code, some kind of threatening message, or maybe even a subtle call for peace. He also asked that Night Vale citizens learn their shoe sizes. Shoe rentals are taking way too long, and it's really not that hard to memorize a 1 or 2-digit number.
Bowling shoes do not fit right.
Police also asked
I wear a size
Night Vale
11 and a
residents
half.
to please help
In
their
most sizes, I mean,
neighborhood watch
Converse
program.
and Vans, I'm like a 10, 10 and a
Secret
half,
police
just because.
are in every
I go to bowling
neighborhood
alley, I'm like, can I
watching
get a
everybody.
9? After
So
asking
here
for
are
an
some
11.
tips on how you can help this invaluable community surveillance program.
I got beef with bowling alley shoes.
1. Keep all windows open during clement weather.
No.
And if you must close them during rain, dust, or coal storms, please keep them clean and stand near
What is a
them
coal
so cameras and microphones can clearly identify you.
Yeah.
2.
That's odd that you would want
When
that.
having any private conversation, whether
Like
via
the one we're having
phone
now.
or with those in your home, turn down the
I have a
TV
cat.
and radio to cut back on noise pollution. Also, please try to keep your conversations lively. Maybe some
'Cause they're
local
listening?
gossip or polarizing sports opinions. Too much
Oh.
boring talk about
Polarizing
plans
sport
for your
opinion.
garden or where to buy good laser discs can make the secret police tired and less effective at their jobs.
Sure.
3. Do not wear tinfoil hats.
Those are not
hackneyed
effective.
technique doesn't work at all.
Then why are you telling them not
Helicopters
to?
could mind scan you through 20 feet of lead.
How do you know
You
that?
shouldn't
Lead.
wear these homemade
Lead.
hats because
Lead.
it draws unnecessary attention to yourself. It's pathetic
20
and
feet of
paranoid.
lead? Do you know what?
The secret police
Do you know what?
are embarrassed.
What can
for you.
penetrate 20 feet of lead?
And as always, if you see something, say
Nothing.
something. That's the code word to call a special raid on a neighbor or stranger. If you see something, say the word something.
That's can't be a
Now,
false alarm at all.
In the news. After several months of protests from ordinary Night Vale citizens of stout and sturdy character, the city council has announced several improvements for the public library.
Okay.
These improvements
God, when's the last time I went to
are
a
the
public
following.
library? Imagine
An
know how to read.
entrance is being constructed at the front of the building.
That's where they go.
So we will no longer have to enter by waking up between two shelves in a dizzy haze, unsure of how we got there.
Or where your
And
kidneys
then
are.
wandering around, trapped, until we wake with a start in our own beds, covered in sweat, and with a
Oh, those are
few
the worst
books
kind of-
we checked out
Wake up
on
sweating?
our
Ugh.
nightstand. Drinking fountains are being installed in the lobby,
Okay.
as well as dunking chambers and a
Like-
state-of-the-art fainting pool.
Basketball? Or are we talk?
Librarian repellent dispensers are being placed throughout the building. Remember, if approached by a librarian, keep still. Do not run away.
I'm running as fast as I
Try to
can.
make yourself bigger than the librarian.
Is it a bear or a
Finally,
librarian?
The children's section is getting beanbag chairs. That is all. Is it?
Is it?
Yes. But is it?
Yes?
Yes.
No?
And
No.
now, traffic.
Oh, God.
All
See,
roads lead
imagine if that was a
to
big bag
somewhere.
chair. But no, I had to
And
match the
all
kitchen. Or not the
roads
kitchen.
come
Yes, I have a couch in
from
my kitchen. No, I have a
somewhere.
couch in my living room.
And
The exact
in
same one.
between, they
Bigger,
are
though.
a snarl and curve. a
That was
twist
expensive.
And a bend. Where
That was also
are
expensive.
we going? I mean, metaphorically.
That is probably
Where
worth
are we
a lot.
coming from? I mean, literally. Is it possible to stop or turn around? And if not, what does that mean for the latest polls and economic reports?
Pardon?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Route 800 is looking clear in both directions.
Okay.
The old dirt road to the small wooden shack is backed up at least 30 minutes. There. Now you know. Has that filled an emptiness for you?
No, not at all.
Are you any happier now? I hope so.
No.
This has been, and will always be,
The
traffic.
news. Oh, the traffic. Dude, traffic's great. Weather? Weather?
Listeners,
No? Okay.
I can hardly stand it any longer. During the past few stories, my phone has been silently buzzing.
That's not
You
silent
guessed
then.
who? Given that I am a radio host and it is therefore my duty to read you the news, it would be completely inappropriate for me to answer my phone regardless of how much I want to soak my ears in the oaky
Is it actually
tones
Carlos?
of our community's most significant outsider. But, well, he left me some voicemails.
Oh no, what are they going to
This may
say?
be a bit unorthodox.
Does
but
Carlos have any
I
voice
need
lines, or is
your
it all
help,
just
dear
him?
listeners,
Is it all just Cecil
to
talking?
determine where Carlos is going with all of this. Let's listen to these together, okay? What do you think he's trying to say?
First saved message.
Cecil, sorry to bother.
Oh! Oh, it's
I need
actually
you to get the
Carlos!
word out that clocks in Night Vale are not real.
There's a new voice
I have
actor.
not found a single real clock. I have disassembled several watches and clocks this week, and all of them are hollow inside. No gears, no crystal, no battery or power source. Some of them actually contain a gelatinous gray
What
lump
about-
that seems to be
what about no
growing hair
automatic
in
movements
their
or manual?
teeth. I need to know if all
Like,
clocks are this
No
way,
manual
Cecil. This is
blind movements? I don't have a watch in
Something
here.
at my door, Cecil. I need to go, okay? I'll call you back in, well, I don't know.
I'll call you back in, I don't know, because time isn't real.
Next message.
There's a man in a jacket
Cane jacket?
holding a leather suitcase outside my door, Cecil. He's not knocking, he's just standing.
Do I need to
in
go
front
get
of
my tan
door.
jackets again?
I can't make out his face. I'm peering through a crack in the living room blinds. Oh no, he saw me.
End of message. Next message.
So anyway, I
Sorry
started
about that,
blasting.
Cecil. I forget what I was doing. I think somebody came over, but I don't remember who or what for.
Ooh.
Anyway, I need to meet you. Are you free tomorrow afternoon? You have a contact number for the mayor and someone with the police, right? It's important that I find them. And again, can you get the word out on your radio show about the clocks?
End of message.
Did you hear that, listeners?
He wants to meet me
date.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's go to the weather.
Oh, the weather. Okay, it's gonna be muted. The timestamps are gone, but try and guess the song because it's gonna be muted. Sounds like old country music. Talk about writing somebody. I don't know. How do you do? What school? Why would you move to Oregon? I mean, I kind of did, I guess. I went to college for a whopping 5 days. I even got a refund on my parking pass. And a refund on my classes, and the books, everything. Refund on everything. Probably ask permission before you do that. Oh. Okay. What is this town, Nightvale? Bro dipped? Why? Oh, are they? BC? Like British Columbia? Like, BC. Wow, you are the worst kind of person. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's wild. I guess he's looking back with regret now. I mean, you found out. This is me just thinking like a longer song. Or it might be over, actually. Still going. Fair enough. Yeah. And you kind of did. They found me here. Hope this email's find me well. How the email found me. Possum in a mailbox. How creepy would it be if I had my just blood started coming out of my nose? Middle of a Night Vale video. Never had a nosebleed. Ever.
Well, I just
I have a cut
got
in the inside
off
of my
the
nose,
phone
that's why I say
with
that.
Carlos, listeners, and we have a date tomorrow afternoon. It's just coffee, but maybe it's
Really?
more.
It's coffee? What did he actually
Maybe
say, though?
lots more. Who knows? You know, they always say, if you're trying to meet someone, you may never find them. But it's when you're not looking, that's when they find you. I've always heard this in reference to government agents, but I think it applies to dating as well. Carlos did want me to ask if anyone has ever actually seen the Night Vale clock tower.
Night Vale has a clock
I told
tower?
him that it was invisible and always teleporting, and that's why he can't ever see it. I mean, that
Why is
seems
Carlos
sort
there?
of
I guess he's a
obvious.
scientist. He's curious.
Okay, that was unfair. Carlos is a very smart man, and I shouldn't
He's
roll
in
my
Night Vale. He
eyes
can't be that
just
smart.
because he doesn't comprehend basic architecture. He obviously has a lot of
a
other
real civil engineer
intriguing
has words for
interests,
that.
though, like clockmaking and seismology,
Clockmaking.
and who knows what else.
Horology.
Oh, happy day, listeners. Thanks for listening and for helping me through this. I'm so very excited.
I guess we're going to
Before
hear about
we
the
go,
date. Then the next one?
Intern Stacy just handed me this.
Okay, she's still alive
The
at least.
Sheriff's Secret Police would like to issue a correction to their earlier special
They gave the
alert.
wrong...
In their warning,
Wrong order.
they stated that memorizing a very specific list would keep you safe.
It would not.
This is incorrect.
What is it then?
According to the new statement, quote, "We are not safe. We are all being hunted
Great.
by time and our own
You're right.
deceitful
Time waits for no
bodies.
one.
Memorizing the list will merely prevent additional external pain beyond that which you experience.
But people in Night Vale
daily
can't feel pain, right?
just
Don't they have their
by
pain receptors
being
removed?
alive.
I think about that
The
often.
Sheriff's Secret
weirdly.
Police regret the error." End quote. That's it for our news. Stay tuned next for a community-wide frisson of cosmic fright.
What?
Thank you again, Night Vale. May you too find love in this dark desert. May it
Yeah.
be as permanent
I'm
as the
curious to see
blinking
how this is
lights
gonna go.
and as comforting as the dull roar of space.
Are they actually like
Good
have
night,
the date? I guess they
Night Vale.
won't have the date in the studio,
night.
so we won't actually be a part of it. We'll just hear about it later on. What's my proverb? Come on.
Commonplace Books. It is written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner, and produced by Joseph Fink. The voice of Night Vale is Cecil Baldwin. Original music by Disparition.
Of course.
All of it can be downloaded for free
It's
at
so spooky, the music.
disparition.info. This episode's weather was "Those Days Are Gone and My Heart Is Breaking" by Barton Carroll.
That's a long song.
Find out more at
Long song title.
bartoncarroll.com.
It's a long song,
We would like
so
to thank
matches.
our Night Vale intern Adam Donnells, who was recently carried away by a swarm of aggressive ants and is presumed eaten. Want to have your music featured
Poor
in the weather
guy.
section?
Happens to the best of
Want
us.
to contribute your talents to the show? Just want to say hi?
Hi.
Email us at nightvale@commonplacebooks.com.
So I email them, just be like, hi.
Or follow us
And
on
they can be like,
Twitter
I know
at
who you are. I'll be
Nightvale
like,
Radio. Check out commonplacebooks.com for more information on this show, as well as our books on the
The new
unused story
branch.
ideas
Oh,
of
he's no
H.P.
longer holding a
Lovecraft
knife? Okay.
And what it means to be a grown-up. Today's proverb: if I said you had a beautiful body, would it even matter because we are so insignificant in this vast, incomprehensible universe?
Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. Do not shower thoughts me like that. Like we are, like nothing. Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not going down that path. We're not spiraling. This is the phone call. Carlos and Cecil have a date. I'm sure this is what Cecil's been dreaming about for quite a long time, and it would not be surprising if Cecil's behind the clocks being not working or not existent in Night Vale. But it's going to be certainly interesting. I hope that's going to be the next one. Oh, that's why it's called Valentine, which Valentine was actually 3 days ago from the time of recording this video. But it would have been hilarious if I was recording Valentine and it came out like on February 13th. So is he going to ask, oh God, who's going to ask who to be their Valentine? I don't know how it's going to go. Or maybe Carlos is going to ask to do something on the 14th, and Cecil's going to be like, he's asking me to be his Valentine. It's going to be awesome. I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you for watching. But until next video, take care and keep the music.